Good evening. Welcome all of you to this training on how to regain your lost money in stock market. Now, I'm sure the moment many of you heard this or many of you read this statement, then especially if you are a person who's already into stock market trading or investing, then there is a lot of hope that must have come to your mind. There is a lot of curiosity to know what it is it not? And there are also many beginners who are joining this session, who are very new to stock market. Let me assure you, there are a lot many things that you are also going to learn or understand through this training. All right. So to tell you about this program, first of all, when it comes to regaining your lost money in stock market, we are going to discuss in the detail of each and everything, how to go about it. When we come to that point, you will realize that there are actually 4 different categories of people who are trying to regain their lost money in stock market. We will see what is the right solution for each of this category. But when we are discussing that, I hope all of you will try to identify yourself. All right, identify yourself, saying that which category you belong. Got it? So when you do that, it becomes very easy for you to understand what is the right solution for you. But let me tell you that this training is designed in a way, each and every point that we are going to discuss in this training is going to accumulate to form the final solution. And by the end of the session is when you are going to understand what is the correct solution to regain your lost money in stock market. Okay, so through this process, I request all of you to stay focused, note down all the important points. If there are any doubts, please make a note of it, and we will definitely discuss each of them at the end of the session. We will have time for it. But during the session, also try to participate, get involved in the session so that you get a very good solution out of this. Okay, yes. So to understand how to regain your lost money in stock market, firstly, it is very important for you to understand something very important about yourself. And it is also important for you to understand some realities of stock market itself. All right. So let us try to understand them. So as I was telling you, now, many of you who have got into stock market, who are about to get into stock market, tell me, how did you get into stock market? What made you decide that let me get into stock market? Anyone? All those people who have got into stock market. Normally, when people come to this business, how do they get it? Well, when you look at it, you will realize people either come through, others. A reference, or maybe based on others' opinion, maybe your friends, family, or maybe some of you must have got motivated by all the successful people in stock market. Some people may have made money, your friends, that must have motivated you, or reading or listening about big figures like the Warren Buffett, the Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and so on. They must have motivated you, or their story must have motivated you to get it. Is it not? Some people get into stock market because they want to, they have the urgency to make money. They find this to be the best place. Is it not? A lot of other factors that can influence you, maybe your newspapers, the media channels, a lot of advertisements that you come across these days about stock market. Even when you open a bank account these days, they say that they give a lot of offers like free demat account, trading account. Many training programs like this must have motivated you to get into stock market. And of course there are stockbrokers where they have dedicated people working towards spreading this information or marketing this concept of stock market trading, convincing people to invest and get it. So a lot of such ways are there. I'm sure all of you must have got into stock market through either one of these ways. Is it not? So whichever way you got into stock market, there must be a reason why you got into stock market. Is it not? Without any reason, nobody will get it. What is that reason? What is your purpose? What do you want in stock market? Well, we discuss in when we discuss in these lines, you will obviously say that I have come here to make money. But then that is a larger picture. But then when we try to get very specific about the reason, you will understand there are many people who have come here to become rich. There are some who have come here to earn big returns on their saving compared to any other investment venues. Is it not? There are those who want to earn regular income through trading. Isn't it? So there are many people who get into intraday trading. There are many who believe it is very easy to trade stock. It is easy money as far as stock market is concerned. So they get into intraday trading. Is it not? And there are those who want to invest for long term. Maybe they have some anticipated future expense coming up for which they are investing today. There are those who have some urgent financial requirements for which they get into stock market. So these are all the different specifics when you get into understanding, making money in stock market. Is it not? So these are all the different purposes. I'm sure you also have one very specific purpose which is already mentioned here, or maybe it is not mentioned. But whatever be your purpose, in order to fulfill this purpose, what are you going to do? How are you going to fulfill this purpose? When you say, I want to make money, what are you going to do in order to make money? What do people follow, or what do people do in stock market to make money? When you look at this, these are all the common things which majority people in stock market do. Most of them do this. I'm sure many of you in this session may also be doing the same. Is it not? People follow tips and calls. Maybe you take someone's advice, experienced traders' advice. The media channel, you have so many experts coming there. Every now and then someone is passing on their suggestions or advice, expert advice. There are many who approach other experienced traders for managing their portfolio. Majority people these days go about learning how to analyze market, maybe through technical analysis or fundamental analysis. Reading newspapers and articles is one age-old tradition that majority people follow, isn't it? And it's so surprising that people also follow astrology, numerology, trading based on news or events, rumors. Even based on rumors, people go about trading. So these are all the things which majority people are doing or following in order to trade, in order to fulfill their purpose in stock market. Isn't it? But my question here is, when you're doing all these things, finally, what is the end result? Can anyone tell me, following all these things, what is the end result? Anyone? Is it helping you fulfill your purpose? Is it happening? What is the end result? Well, when I'm talking about the results, let me clarify one point, that I am definitely not talking about earning profits in one or two transactions, one or two trades here and there. Well, I am very much aware that anyone will make such profits. I'm sure all of you must have also made similar profits. One or two trades, definitely it is possible. All right. But when I'm talking about earning profits, I'm talking about earning consistent profits. Consistently. Only when you achieve those consistent profits, that is when you will be able to fulfill your purpose. So when we talk about this, then I'm sure many of you will agree with me when I say this, that following all these things, majority people are following all these things, but still the end result is a big loss. Is it not? The end result is still a big loss. Now, why is that a big loss? I'm not going to get into that. But then, one thing is for sure, these are all the things which people are following, and that is the end result. Isn't it? But then it so happens in stock market that when people incur loss or when they lose money, they don't stop there. Even if they take a break, they are going to come back with a new capital, with a fresh idea. Is it not? One way or the other, if not today, tomorrow, some other day, people are going to come back. But then when people come back for the second time, when you come back for the second time with a new capital, with a fresh mind, hope and confidence filled in, yeah, what are you going to do now in order to fulfill your purpose? What are you going to follow in order to regain your money? So when you think on these lines, I'm sure many of you will agree that people once again end up following the same age-old things. The same things that you're able to see on the screen. Is it not? Maybe earlier people were trading based on news, now they are trading based on technical analysis. Maybe earlier people were trading based on tips and calls, now they have decided to go with portfolio management. All right? Maybe earlier people were reading newspapers, reading articles and deciding to trade. Now they are just watching or following some expert on the media channel to decide. That is the only change. All right? But then in spite of all these things, the second time when you're doing all these things, when you go about trading in stock market, now tell me what is the end result? Well, again, it is a big loss. Is it not? But this time, it is not just a big loss. Along with that, there are a lot many other things that is happening with you. What is that? When you are losing your money for the second time, along with that, you are also losing your health. You are getting into depression. It's a very dangerous state. When you get into depression, you slowly start developing this failure mindset. Saying that, I've been doing it for so long, but still, it is a big loss. Whenever I trade, it is a loss. Whatever I do, it ends up a big loss. Any business I do, it is a failure. I am a failure, and all these things. This is a very dangerous cycle that you are going through. And if you are going through this cycle very soon, very shortly, you will see that there are a lot of disturbance that is developing within your family and friend circle. Isn't it? So these are the things that you're going to experience, but then these things will result. I mean, as I told you, the second time you're not only losing your money, along with that, you're also losing your long-standing status, your reputation, your identity as a friend, your identity as a customer in your stockbroking company, as a client. Even there, people don't respect you when you start losing. Isn't it? Earlier, when you wanted to open an account when you were new, there was a lot of respect. People invited you, they made you sit, they gave you whatever you want. They made things so very easy, as if they were waiting for you, as if you are the only big person in that whole organization there. But then when you have kept on losing money, now people are treating you very differently. Is it not? Not only there, even in your family, you're going to lose your reputation, your identity. As a friend, as a father, as a son, as a husband, everywhere it is getting affected. Is it not? So at this point, if you ask me that, is there a way, is there a solution to this? Then let me tell you that yes, there is a solution. There is a solution. The first most common solution, which all of you must have definitely thought about, is, shall I quit stock market? Let me quit stock market. Let me get into some other job, work there, work for some income, accumulate, save some money. Over a period, slowly it is going to fill up for what I have lost. But then there are those who believe that no, I want to regain my lost money only in stock market. Well, if that is the case, is there a solution? Well, let me tell you that yes, there is a solution. But the big question here is, what are you ready to do? What are you ready to do? Will you again follow the same age-old strategies that you have been following till this point? What are you supposed to do? Do you have a clarity on this? Have you ever asked yourself? If you have never asked yourself, then please try to ask yourself right now, maybe note it down, that what is that you have learned about stock market? What is that you know about stock market? Well, when you start noting down, when you start thinking on these lines, you will realize that there are certain things which you don't have clarity upon. To gain clarity, first of all, you have to realize, you have to understand, when it comes to this business, what is that you are supposed to know? When you think in these lines, let me tell you, the main things that you have to know here is, first and foremost, you should know the right way to trade. Is it not? The right way to trade. I'll come to this point, the right way to trade, but not just the right way to trade, you should also know the light way to trade. When I say light way to trade, it means based on whatever thing that you are trading, whatever you are following. When it is very easy, when you keep it very simple, easy to be followed, then only you can follow it. Okay. When it is very complex, then you may follow it. Even if you have understood it in detail, you may follow it once or twice, maybe, but then you will not be able to do the same continuously. But then if you have failed to understand in the first place, then forget about implementing it, isn't it? So the most important thing that you have to ensure is whatever you're following, it should be very easy, simple, effortless. It should be very light. And at the same time, you should also have the right information, right investment. When I'm talking about the right information, all of you know that when it comes to trading, obviously you're going to trade either a stock or a commodity or currency, whatever. But then when you're trading, there are these three segments where you can trade, like futures, options, the equity or the cash segment. Is it not? So what is that right information that you must have about these segments? When I'm talking about options trading, the right information means that in options, there are only two things that you have to know. One is you either buy a call option or you buy a put option. These are the only two things that one has to know. All right. Apart from these two things, if you're trying to learn anything more, then what is happening is, well, you're flooding yourself with a lot of information, and the other thing that will happen is you are making it very complex for yourself. All right. The only right information that you need here is buying a call option or buying a put option. Job over. You know this perfectly, then that is it. The same way when it comes to futures trading, there are just two things that you have to know. One is a long trade or a short trade. If the price starts increasing, you are going to do a long trade. If the price starts decreasing, you're going to do a short trade. Is there anything else that you're going to do here? Is it not? This much is the only right information, because there are many beginners who may be watching this session right now, all right, believing that there are a lot of things to be learned as far as the stock market trading is concerned. But let me tell you, if you can understand these basic important things, that is more than enough. You are ready to go ahead. But yes, of course, along with this, what else you need, we will discuss that. But at the same time, when we are talking about the cash segment, in this segment, first of all, you have to understand this segment is basically meant for long-term investment. It is not meant for regular intraday trading. But you walk into any stockbroking company, you will be surprised to see many people doing intraday trading in the cash segment. Well, if anyone is trying to do the same, then you know that you are wrong in the first place itself. right in the beginning you are doing the wrong thing in the wrong place, then how can you expect results here? Is it not? So these are some of the important things that you have to know. And the other most important thing here is, when we talk about trading in these three segments, there are many people who also believe that trading futures and options is very dangerous. It's very risky. Even your stockbroker must have, many stockbrokers, they keep saying this. They've been saying it and they are still saying it. They will keep saying this. That F&O segment is very risky. It is better you stay with the cash segment. That's very safe. No risk at all. No risk. Well, how is it not risky? Let us understand the right logic behind this. All right. Let us assume that you want to buy a stock worth some, let's say it is trading at 200 rupees per share. You want to buy this stock at 200 rupees. Let's assume that you want to buy some 1,000 shares in the equity segment, cash segment. So what is the capital required? 200 into 1,000. 200 is per share. So you want 1,000 shares. It is 200 into 1,000, which is 2 lakhs. So in the equity segment, you have to invest the complete 2 lakhs. So the investment requirement here is 100%. 100% capital has to be invested in the equity segment. And what is the risk involved here? What is the risk involved? Well, the price of a stock can always become zero. It can increase to a higher number. It can also reduce to zero. If you have bought at 200 rupees and if it becomes zero, it means you are talking about 100% risk on your capital. Is it not? So the right logic that you should know about the cash segment or the equity segment is, here the investment is 100%, the risk is also 100%. But the same 200 rupees worth of stock, if you want to trade it in futures segment, in futures, the exchange, they themselves say that here you don't have to invest complete 100%. Here you just have to invest something called as margin money. All right. They decide, they tell you what is the percentage, minimum percentage margin. Maybe it is like 10% or 15, 20, whatever is the number there. So if they say 10%, so it means out of 200 rupees, you are investing just 20 rupees, remaining 180 rupees, remaining 90% of that money is in your pocket. All right. So the investment requirement here is less compared to that of the equity segment. And when it comes to the risk, then you will understand that the margin that you have invested there, that is the actual risk, that is the only risk. The remaining money which is in your pocket is completely safe. The right logic, when I'm talking about the right logic, this is the truth. Isn't it? So 200 into 1,000, 2 lakh rupees, 10%, we are talking about 20,000 invested, remaining 1,80,000 is in your pocket already. The same way, the same stock, if you want to come and trade in the option segment, here, for a 200 rupees worth stock, you are not even investing 10% here, you are investing only 1 rupee, 1% here, let's say 2 rupees, remaining 99% of that is in your pocket. The 2 rupees that you are investing is in form of the premium that we pay for options trading, all right, which means only the 2 rupees is the risk involved here, remaining is in your pocket, provided you are buying a call option or buying a put option. All right. So this is the right logic behind all these three segments. Now you tell me which is the most riskiest segment out of all these three. Well, you will realize that it is the equity segment, because the investment there is also 100% and the risk involved is also 100%. Isn't it? So these are certain important things or the right logic that one has to know before stepping in and trading any of these segments. And moreover, there are some people who who still believe, or many people believe, that stock market trading is gambling. I don't know how many of you believe the same, but let me ask you, how many of your family support you to trade in stock market? How many? Well, I'm sure many of you will be saying no. Is it not? But then why do you think they don't support you to trade in stock market? Yes, it is simply because they believe that this is gambling. But do you think that it is their mistake that they believe that this is gambling? Absolutely not. It is not their mistake, it is probably your mistake, because whenever you talk about trading, whenever you talk about stock market, the kind of words many people use, especially when they say that I play, today I played in Nifty, I play in commodities, I play in F&O, the kind of words that you use, anyone listening to that will obviously, by default, they end up believing that you are gambling. And the place you are trying to do that, that place is also gambling. So all the wrong opinion that is developed about stock market, saying that it is gambling, if it is happening, maybe it is because of you, or many of you, or many people like you who use words like this, unprofessional, isn't it? So what I'm trying to tell you here is, as long as you believe that this is gambling, even at some corner in your mind or in your heart, if you believe that this is gambling, let me tell you, your life is going to become a big gamble here. The truth here is, the right reality here is, stock market is a true and clean legal business like any other business on this planet. The only thing here is, you have to realize, you have to treat this like a business. All right. Now, coming to the main point, now that you have understood that right way of trading is so very important, the right information, right investment. What is right investment for anyone? We will come to that point at a later stage, but then let us come back to this point on the right way to trade. Well, all of you know that when it comes to trading, there are only two things that you're going to do. What is that? You're either going to buy or you're either going to sell. I mean, you will buy and sell, or you will sell and buy. These are the only two things that you're going to do, isn't it? If the price increases, you can buy first at a lower price, and then when the price increases, you can sell it. If the price starts decreasing, you can sell it first at a higher price, and as it starts decreasing at a lower price, you can buy it back. So easy. Which means if the market increases, you can make profits. If the market decreases, even then you can make profits. This is the one and only business on the whole planet where you can make profits in both the direction of the price movement. Isn't it? But in spite of this, we also discussed earlier that majority people are only losing money in stock market. And that is the reason many people are very curious and interested to know how to regain their lost money in stock market. Well, for that, first of all, you have to understand that how did you lose your money? Or when you were trading there, which was that market situation where you lost money? When you try to recall, you will realize probably it was this one particular situation where one of you must have lost some big money. Well, not just one of you. Every time when the price comes down, whenever people say that there is a big crash in the market, it is by default understood. Anyone who reads it, or even in the news channel, if someone, a stranger who is nowhere related to stock market, is looking at the news saying that there is a big crash in the stock market, he will generally believe that, all right, everyone must have lost money today. Is it correct? So the same way, someone must have lost big money here. So whenever the market crashes, people lose money. Not just this, even when the market increases, if there is a big up movement, even here people lose money. So the question here is, in these different situations, when to buy and when to sell. This is what you are supposed to understand, is it not? Anyone who has found a solution to this, anyone who has found a long-standing solution to this, now you are a successful trader. But then if you found a solution on when to buy and when to sell for only these two situations, that is, if the market comes down, when to buy, when to sell, if the markets increase, when to buy, when to sell, if you found a solution only for these two situations, even then you are not going to succeed in stock market. It is because the reality is price does not move only in these two ways. There are different varieties of price movement. Just try to recall there may be some of you who may have lost money even in this situation. What is the situation? Whenever there is a gap up or gap down in the price, even here people have lost money. Is it not? Some of you who are new to stock market, you may be wondering what is gap up, gap down. Well, the price today when the market closed, the price has closed at a given price, given number. But then next day when the market opens, the price opens with a big jump upward. Maybe today it closed at 100 rupees, tomorrow it opens directly at 130 rupees, which means in between the 30 rupees it has not traded at all. Directly it jumps. Same way it can jump downward also. Many a times it happens if there is, market closes and then evening if there is some news or even next day you will see massive gap up and gap down happening. All right, and this is one major reason why majority people are scared today to buy something and hold it till tomorrow. They want to exit on the same day. That is the reason many people are flocking to the intraday trading. Why? Because they lost money in this situation. They have no solution to this. That is the reason. So what is that you need? You need a solution for this also. When to buy and when to sell. Not just this. You must have come across this situation also called false price breakout. Sudden sharp up movement or sudden sharp down movement. Unexpected movement. But then looking at the sharp movement upward, if anyone got tempted and if you jump in to buy, then what happens is after you bought from there, the price starts reversing. Have you observed this? Right? If that has happened with you, then it means you have experienced a false price breakout. So what is that you are looking for? You should be looking for a solution to this. When to buy and when to sell. Not just this, at last we have this one most important situation of all called the sideways market. Many people know this as the range bound market. So what is happening here? Price is moving within a small range or a big range, up and down within a range. It is so very confusing that whenever you buy, price goes down. Whenever you sell, the price goes up. How many times must anyone have lost money in this situation? Is it not? So when it comes to trading in stock markets, the most important thing, as I told you, the right way to trade. When I say the right way to trade, that is when to buy and when to sell. When it comes to when to buy and when to sell, one must know, you must have a solution to know when to buy and when to sell in all these different market conditions, not just in one or two situations. Anyone who found a solution to all these different scenarios, now you are the best person or you are about to achieve big success. You are going to see consistent profits in this business. All right. So if you found a solution anywhere else, very good for you, you found the right place. But then if you did not find a solution to all these things, then this is what you must be searching as far as stock market trading is concerned. Nothing else. All right. Some people say, I must first learn I don't have any basic knowledge about this and all. What basic knowledge are you talking about? There is nothing, no basic knowledge. We understood the bare minimum things. Right way to trade, right way to trade, right information and right investment. This much if you know, that is enough. So today, if you ask me now, is there a real solution to regain your lost money in stock market? Let me tell you, yes, there is. But then there are certain things that you have to do for this. What are those things? The first and important thing here is you have the process of change. You have to change yourself from your old practices to the new ones. This is the first step to regain. If any one of you is not ready to do this first step itself, then I'm really sorry. It is not going to happen for you. All right? Because what happens is I've come across many people, they say that yes, they will do it, but then they still keep on following their age-old way of trading, their age-old thinking. All right? and they are still circling around with the same things. They never find changes. They never adopt changes. They will never see changes. They will keep seeing the same results, that is failure. Not just this, the second most important thing here is, I hope all of you will agree with me when I say that every profession has a procedure, is it not? Many of you are into some job, or maybe you are into some business. You are expert in your vertical of work, isn't it? And whatever profession you are into, all of you will agree when I say every profession has a procedure to do. Is it not? The same way every religion has a ritual. And the same way every success has a discipline. Every success has a discipline. You talk to any successful person, even if you are successful in your own work, try to recall, you will realize that there is a discipline there also. Same way, why can't we design a procedure, a ritual, a discipline for stock market also? Why should we do that? Because we want to become successful in stock market. You want to become successful in stock market. If that is what you want, then you must identify, you must design a procedure, a ritual, and discipline. And along with this, you should also start thinking like a swan. Well, some of you may feel very strange about this, but then whenever I say swan, some of you may have been taken back. What is this I'm talking about? Well, in our part of this country, we call this as Hamsa Pakshi. All right. And there is a very old saying about this Hamsa Pakshi, that it is so very talented. The kind of skills that it has is that it can separate milk from water and drink only the milk. All right. That's how brilliant it is, and that's the reason it is called Hamsa Pakshi. That's what they say. But then, rather than this, the way I understand it is that this is one particular creature. It is able to understand very clearly between what it wants and what it doesn't want. The same way, you as a trader or as an investor in stock market, you should be able to identify or filter between what is right for you and what is wrong for you, what you need and what you don't need, what you must do, what you shouldn't do. So that is how your focus should be. You should start thinking like a swan. All right. With all these things, as I told you, there are 4 different categories of people who are trying to regain their lost money in stock market. You know, we will see which are these 4 different categories, and we will see what is that perfect solution for each one of this category. But then, as I told you, try to relate yourself or identify yourself, saying that which category do you belong. All right. So let us see them one by one. The first category of people are these are the people who have a lot of money. They have money in abundance. So even if these people have lost some money, they are not so very tensed about having lost money. Right? They are not much tensed about it. They are in a very comfortable position where they can very easily decide saying that let me quit stock market. It has not worked out for me. Let me try something different, or maybe continue with what I was doing earlier. All right. This is the thought process. This is the comfort. This is the ease at which they are able to decide. But then still there is a pinch of having lost money, and they want to somehow find a solution to regaining their lost money. So if any one of you belong to this category, now what is the right solution to you? The right solution here is, the best solution for you is, the correct solution for you is, it's better you do only long-term investment. That's all. Job over. If you can do this much, it's enough. You will be able to regain your lost money. Just do long-term investment. But when you're doing long-term investment, just ensure that you invest in A group stocks, top stocks. Don't go about investing in all the penny stocks. And when you're investing, don't invest all your money in a single stock. Rather, it's better you diversify your investment into different stocks. But when I'm saying about investing in stocks, some people say, what about Satyam? What about XYZ stock? Earlier, long back, what happened to people who invested in these stocks? From a triple digit number, the price of the stock directly comes down to single digit. Many stocks have become zero. So how do you expect us to invest in stocks? It's so very scary. Well, if you have this fear of investing in stocks, the best thing that you can do here is don't invest in stocks. Invest directly on the index itself, like Nifty, Bank Nifty. All right. But then when I say invest on index, some of you will definitely say that one cannot invest on index in the equity segment. Index is only available in the futures and options segment to be traded. That is what you must be thinking. But let me tell you, yes, it can be done because there is a product called as ETF, Exchange Traded Fund. There is a ETF on index also. Like we have Nifty Bees. It's an ETF for Nifty. Bank Bees, Gold Bees, wherein you can invest on this ETF, you can buy it, hold it for a long term, keep it in your demat account, and then sell it later. All right. So that's how you can do it. But then the other thing here is when to buy, when to sell. When we come to this point, first the essential thing, or the what I say is the basic understanding one must have here is the bare minimum understanding is never invest into a stock which is at its peak. Okay, don't invest when it is at its peak. Now, if that is not the right place, then which is the right place? Well, the right place would be when a price of the stock starts decreasing, and if it has decreased more than 30% on 30% from the high or more than that, then that is the right place for you to start investing. And especially if it is a A group, or if it is an index. You can do the small homework after this session. You can go back and you can take this index called Nifty, check it from the day of its inception till date. Every time it came down by 30% or more, if you had invested at those points, what would have happened to your investment till this particular date? When you start doing this small calculation, if you start observing this, you will be stunned. You will be surprised to see the big numbers. It is huge. All right. So this is the right solution for people in this category. Let us see the second category. Now these are the people who have a decent financial background. They have some other source of income, good income. Even if they have lost money, they are not much bothered in that sense, because of whatever other source of income that they have is that can easily cover up for their losses in trading. But then still, the loss may be a bit big enough to forget. It's not that easy to forget. So if you belong to this particular category, then what is the right solution for you? Well, the right solution here is you can also do the same long-term investment. All right. You can also do the same long-term investment. But then if you want to regain a bit faster than the earlier case, then do the same long-term investment, not in the equity segment, but then do it in the future segment. The benefit of doing it in the future segment, for example, you're buying the stock at 200 rupees, 1000 shares. If you do it in equity segment, you're paying 2 lakh rupees as the investment, 100% investment. Let us assume from 200 rupees it moved up to 300 rupees. It means 100 rupees is the difference. You sell it at 300. So how much did you get? You got 100 points into 1000. We're talking about a lakh rupees profit, which means on a 2 lakh rupees investment, you got lakh rupees profit in this one single trade. Beautiful, amazing. But then the same thing if I had done it in futures, for a 2 lakhs rupees worth stock, I don't have to pay 100%. They will say pay only the margin money. Let's say they say it is only 10%. So for 2 lakhs, I'm paying just 20,000 rupees in order to trade. Is it not? But then, instead of paying only 20,000, let us assume that I keep 50%. That is for 2 lakhs, I will keep 1 lakh as my capital and buy 1,000 shares at 200 rupees. Again, it has moved up to 300. Now I got 100 points. 100 into 1,000 is 1 lakh rupees profit. But what is the percentage returns? Here, you invested only 1 lakh. Instead of 2 lakh, you invested only 1 lakh, which means your investment was 50%. For 1 lakh rupees investment, you made 1 lakh rupees profit, which means the returns is 100%. So the benefit here is your investment requirement is very less and you are able to see more returns compared to that of the equity segment. When I say more returns, the other big thing one has to understand is in future segment, you are not only buying and then selling, you can also do short selling. You can sell it at a higher price and then later buy it back at a lower price. Is it not? So in futures, you can also do short trading. In equity market, you cannot. So by this, what is happening is in futures, one will be able to make profits even in an uptrending market as well as a downtrending market. That is the benefit. All right. So through this, you will be very easily able to regain your lost money a bit faster than the earlier case. Let us move on to the third category. Third category of people are those who have a limited financial backup. Maybe these are the people who have some decent earning, but then with that decent earning, they are only able to manage their day-to-day activities, monthly expenses. But then above that, they are not able to do anything. So the money that they have spent here, that is a hard-earned money. It doesn't mean that others did not invest hard-earned money, but then these people struggled a lot to earn that money, but then they have ended up losing it in stock market trading. Isn't it? If that is the case, if you belong to this category, then realize one thing, that you cannot take any chance. You are sitting or you are standing at the edge of a knife. One wrong move here, it is going to hit you very bad. So what is the right solution if you belong to this category? The right solution is you can also do long-term investment, either in the the equity segment, or you can do it in the future segment, or you can also do it in the cash segment. I mean, the option segment also. All right. But then when it comes to option segment, how to do that, we will see a bit later. But then long-term investment is what you can very easily do. But if you want to regain your lost money a bit faster than the earlier two cases, then rather than doing long-term investment, you can identify or identify one good strategy or any one good method of trading, wherein you just have to spend very little time every day. This is the first and foremost and the most important condition that has to be fulfilled. What is that? You must spend very little time every day without having to constantly monitor the price movement. You shouldn't watch the market movement throughout the day. First and foremost condition here. And then you should be able to trade as well without watching the market. All right. Why? Because it is because you are also involved in some other job, some other work where you are getting some income. You cannot all of a sudden give up on that and get into trading right now. Because in trading, you have already lost money, but then with other job, you are getting money. You cannot give it up. Is it not? So you have to continue your job and also trade to earn money. For that, the most essential thing here is identify one good strategy or a method where you don't have to spend full day. All right. So we also follow one such a simple concept or a method where we don't spend full day. By spending very little time every day, we are able to follow and trade and earn money consistently. What is that? Let me show you. So this method involves this system or a tool called as dynamic system. This is an enterprise tool developed by our company called Dowman Group. All right. So what this system does here is it automatically tells you when to buy and when to sell. Can anyone suggest me any one good quality stock for which I can see? Let us check what this system has to say. How does it say automatically when to buy and when to sell? Let us check that. Anyone? All right, let me go select. Let me select Tata Steel. Let us scroll down. So as you can see here, what the system tells us here is it automatically tells us when to buy, when to sell. All right, very easily. Now the best thing about this is you can see very recently it has told us when to buy. It is on 16th February 2023. So when it said when to buy, now on 16th, that is at the end of the day, when the market is closed, when I finish my job, come back to my house and relax, freshen up, spend some quality time with the family, and then when you come and look at this dynamic system, it is telling you buy, which means you must buy it now. So when you want to buy, when are you going to buy? You can buy it the next day. So the decision is made that you will buy this particular stock the very next day, which is 17th February. At the opening of the market, you can buy it yourself. Or you can call your stockbroker before the market opens. You can give him instruction saying that as soon as the market opens, buy Tata Steel. You can buy it either in the equity, futures, or in the options. All right. Now, after you buy, all that you're going to do here is just wait. You can see this system is telling you buy hold, which means hold your buy position. Sometime later, someday it is going to tell you to sell. So when it says sell, that is the point where you are supposed to sell. So when to buy and when to sell, this system is automatically going to tell you, which means you don't have to sit and do any analysis, research, nothing doing. Just follow what the system says. But then this is not the only information. We call this information as speed signal. You can see at the top, it's written there as speed signal. All right. So speed signal, whenever it tells us to buy or whenever it tells us to sell, as per that we keep trading. But then inside the system, it is not only the speed signal which tells us buy and sell. There is something else also. We call it as speed trend. All right. You can see currently it is in an overall downtrend. So when that is the case, using this information, how to go about trading. Once, if anyone can spend just 1 or 2 days, go through its training and understand, then what will happen is you will be able to trade without watching the market. That too by spending 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time today for tomorrow's trading. That is the key. All right. And when you keep trading continuously as per the the method that has been as per the training that has been provided, that is more than enough. And as I told you, no technical, no research, no analysis, no prediction, nothing doing. System tells you what to do. You just follow it. All right. One Mr. Jasmine has asked for Adani Enterprise. Let us check that. So you can see Adani Enterprise is one which has also given a buy. When it gave a buy, it was 8th February 2023. All right. Now, after that, it gave a buy. The next day morning, at opening 2,168, you may have bought it. All right. After you buy, it is still telling you to hold your buy position, but now the price of this stock has come down. It is at 1,722. All right. But still, it is telling you to hold your buy position. But then in the training, you will learn that when it says buy, next day you are planning to buy this, of course. But then before you buy this, there are few details that you have to check and then decide to buy. All right. One such example, let me give you that you can see this particular column here, which says speed trend. All right. The last time, I mean, the trend was down. The last time when it gave a sell, it was on 10th January 2023. Next day, if you had taken a short position, the price was 3,660. That's where you could have sold. All right. See, when it gave a sell, the trend was also down. The sell signal has come, which means they both are in favor. I mean, the signal is in favor of a downtrend. So you went ahead, you did this trade. By the time you got a buy signal, when you exited, the price was at 2,168. It means you sold at 3,660. You are exiting at 2,168. We are talking about literally 1,500 points profit. Is it not? So when that is a profit, now what is the lot size for Adani Enterprise? It is almost 250 if I am not wrong. 250 is its lot size. 1,500 points movement, if you have captured with a single lot, then we are talking about 1,500 into 250, which means it is 3,75,000 rupees profit. Single trade. But then this time around, when we bought it, the price started going against. It is now at 1,722. Now, why did this happen? It is because the trend is down. One of the reason is the trend is down. You are getting a buy which is opposite to each other. Then this is the one trade where you have to be extremely careful before you do the trade. All right. So how to go about it? This is what you will learn in our training. Understood? So the point here is the system is so very easy to be followed. All that I have to do is just follow what it says. And I don't have to watch the market movement the whole day. It tells me to sell. I sold the next day, shut down my computer, go do my regular job. Come back in the evening to see what it says. Sell, hold, relax. Isn't it? So this is how simple following a system like dynamic system is. And the benefit of following a system like this is that when you're following, you will definitely experience these benefits. For example, hold on a second. The benefits are, first thing, it is a short-term trading plan. The reason, the benefit here is you will be able to regain a bit faster than the earlier two cases. The other one is the investment requirement here is much lesser compared to the earlier two cases. And above all, the profit potential is much higher compared to the previous two cases. But then when you're following a method like this, you will see results in your trading like gain, gain, minus, minus, gain, minus, minus, gain, gain, minus, 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 gain. Now this is going to definitely happen in your trading. Now why should this happen? It is because when you take any business for that matter, you will realize every business has income as well as expense. Without that expense, you will not be able to earn any income. All right. The same way, even in stock market, minus and gain are two very important things which are together. It is like the income and expenses. All right. So when you have understood this reality and then go about implementing, following one simple thing continuously throughout, then that is more than enough for you to regain back your lost money faster than the earlier two cases. All right, so this is the right solution for you. At the same time, if any one of you belongs to this fourth category, here these are the people who have lost big money. Maybe you have borrowed from someone else, or you have traded on others' behalf and you ended up losing money. When you have done that, you are under intense, heavy mental pressure because you just want to recover as quickly as possible to clear all your dues. And these are the people who have absolute urgency. If any one of you belong to this category, then let me tell you what is the right solution. The right solution here is you cannot, it is almost impossible for you to regain. It is almost impossible for you to regain. It's better you do some other activity. All right. But then there are those who say that no, I want to regain only through stock market. If that is the case, then let me tell you, be prepared to take a tough approach in your life. What is the tough approach? Do regular exercise. Change your food habit to the healthy ones. Do regular meditation to keep your mindset normal. The day you bring your thought process to a very normal level, that is the day you'll start seeing, money flowing in your life. When you start doing these important things, then obviously you are going to find a solution on your own. But then if you are not ready to do this, then I'm really sorry. It is impossible to regain your lost money. All right. So these are the important things. But then not just this, when we were trying to understand which are the four categories in our research, we also identified there is one more category called as the fifth category of people. Now there is something very interesting and important about this fifth category of people. What is that? The most curious thing or important thing about them here is they have all the patience in the world. It's very, very important, especially in stock market trading. Patience is very, very important. They have all the patience, they have the ability to learn, understand, and quickly implement or follow or do any business or profession for that matter. And with that, they have amazing listening capacity as well. But then they have one weakness, and the weakness is financial weakness. All right. So when they have this financial weakness, and still if they want to get others surrounding them who always keep demotivating, saying that this business is not for you, trading is not for you. With this small capital, what are you going to do? Isn't it? So this is how they get demotivated and they never step into stock market. These are the people, gentlemen, we are talking about those who are unemployed. All right, many of such categories of people who are trying to do something to gain some money, to earn some money. All right, but then there is something holding back because they believe that majority people believe that to trade in stock market big capital is required. But then here we came up with one solution for this category, and that we call it as the 1K 10K solution. Now what is this? Of course, by the name you must have realized when I say 1K 10K, I am talking about starting your trading with a minimum capital of 10,000 rupees. Just 10,000. With this 10,000, which is the best segment to get in? It is always the options. Is it not? It is because in options trading, one can enter in even with a very small capital and build their wealth. But then when it comes to trading in options, there are certain important things like you should learn or you should understand how to select the right strike price. You should learn how to prepare your next day's action plan. One day in advance, you should know how to plan your tomorrow's trading. Without a plan, if you go about trading, that is when you can call it as gambling. But when you sit there with a proper defined plan, then it is not gambling for you. It is a very serious profession that you are doing. All right. So in order to get a solution to this, we ended up following this dynamic live. There's again one enterprise system of Dowman Group, where this dynamic live again automatically tells us when to buy and when to sell. All right. Now you are looking at Bank Nifty today. The price, or the earlier day when the price of Bank Nifty started coming down, at some point here in this action, it was very clearly written as sell short act now. It means sell signal has come, take a short position, act now means sell it right now. Okay. Now when that came, and after that if you had sold, the price was at around 40,947. From there now it is at 40,701, literally close to 140 points. Sorry, 240 points. Is it not? But then not just this. When it gave a sell, initially the price tried to move up a bit. This much I'm sure you are able to see. Initially the price tried to move up a bit. Let us assume you missed selling it here initially. Now which is the best place to sell? For that, even that the dynamic live is telling you. Let's see. Right at the top there is some signal. So after this signal also, if you took a short position, we are talking about 41,134 rupees was the price. From there it has managed to close at 40,704, which means we are talking about literally 434 points profit. What better do we want? All right. Same way, not only for Nifty, Bank Nifty, for any script it can tell you. Let us check ITC. Mr. Ramesh had asked for ITC. Well, it is telling you long caution. It means be careful. The signal can change. But you will be holding on to a long position right now. Not just this, when the price moves, price does not move up in a single line. There are lots of these sharp up and down movements you are able to see. All right. So when this is the character of the price movement, each and every movement can be traded using this dynamic live. That is how effective, that is how simple, that is how easy it is. All that you have to do is just blindly follow what the dynamic live has to say, tell you. And those who want to trade in options, there is one method here called as Dowmantic method level 2. All right. Now what it does here is, here in the preparation you can see very clearly it's written as get ready to buy a put option. The system itself is telling you be prepared, you may have to buy a put option. All right. Later, when it comes to taking the trade, here in the action, it will be very clearly written as buy put option now or buy call option now. And along with that, it also mentions the strike price. For call option, it is these three numbers. For put option, it is these three numbers. Out of these three, we just have to pick one, which is the best one, how to identify. This you will learn it in our training. All right. Now, once you have understood this, now how to go about trading using this information. That's all. It will tell you once every 30 minutes, you just have to come and check what it is telling you. If it tells you to buy call option, you buy it. If it tells you to exit call option, you exit it. If it tells you to hold call option, you hold it. That is all that you are supposed to do. But not just this, there are many other informations also it gives you. Let me take one example like Nifty. So recently, many of you saw that the price of Nifty has been coming down. All right. But then before it came down, right at the top, there was this dynamic system. I mean, dynamic live giving us indication, telling us that be prepared in this up movement, be prepared, the price is likely to go down. When a system itself can tell you when the price will reverse, at the turning point itself, at each and every turning point, along with that, it tells you when to buy and when to sell. What better do you want? Even with a small capital like 10,000 rupees, let us take this example of Bank Nifty. Today, when we got a selling opportunity, it was somewhere at around 10:55 in the morning when the signal on top came, the purple yellow cross mark, sorry, yellow dot. And the next bar opening price was 41,134 again. All right. With the 1K, 10K, with 10,000 rupees, how will I go about trading? If you look at 41,134, it means let us go look at some put option. All right. If you look at a put option, Bank Nifty put option, at this time, that is 10:55 in the morning. Let's see. Today being Monday, if I'm trading in weekly options, let's say I'm going for 40,500. $40,500 put option today at this point 10:55 in the morning was available at I'm just checking the premium, just hold on. So 10:55 it was available at almost 65 rupees premium. 40,500 strike price put option. You can check this. All right, I can show you here on the NSE website also. Let us see this. So this is the NSE website. In this, we can go and check 40,500 strike price put option. Index option 40,500. Or let me go check the option chain. So you can see the weekly option here, the 40,500 strike price put option. It has managed to close at almost 146, 149. All right. But then when we select that, let us see what was the open, high, low, close. You can see that this put option opened at a premium of 69 rupees, made a low of 48 rupees 40 paise. All right. And today, when that signal came at 10:55, if anyone can cross check, if you have any access, even through your trading terminal, you can cross check. It was available at almost 65 rupees. The same put option was available at 65 rupees. It made a high of 240 rupees, managed to close at 146. Even if you take the closing price from 65 rupees, we are talking about literally close to more than 150% returns on your investment. Isn't it? For you to do this trade, 65 rupees if you had to invest, 25 is the lot size. We are talking about literally close to 1,500 rupees investment, roughly. On 1,500 rupees, if you gained, let's say, some 80 points, all right, how much profits are we talking about? It is 2,000 rupees profit. All right, on 1,500 rupees investment, you have gained 2,000 rupees profit in this one single transaction. So even with a small capital, when one can go about trading, this is the kind of one single transaction. If it can lead you to this, then continuously, if someone can trade following this dynamic live, then these are the kind of results that you can see. Now, there's one trading detail as per this dynamic live in a stock like Tech Mahindra. All right, we saw this last week that from 14th February starting date till 16th February, matter of 3 days, starting with a 10,000 rupees capital. All right, one lot here is 600, the minimum quantity. So the first trade, there was a signal in dynamic live. What is the signal? It is mentioned there. The first trade, we got into a call option at 4 rupee 40 paise, exited at 5 rupee 10 paise because the system told us to exit. We are not sitting and doing any research analysis here. So at 4 rupee 40 paise, we have invested only 2,600 rupees capital. All right. Out of 10,000, we have used only 2,600. Continued, kept on trading as per whatever this dynamic live told us. In a matter of 3 days, this balance had increased up to 35,440. This is how this 1K, 10K technique works. All right. So through this, we found the right solution for even this fifth category of people. All right. But then, having said all these things, in order to achieve these things, there are certain very important factors that all of you must follow or develop within you, and that is you must develop some determination. So when I'm talking about determination, I'm talking about you must have the determination to follow one single method or strategy, whatever you call it, some set of rules, one single set of rules consistently, continuously for a longer period of time. You cannot do it like one day you followed one and the second day you are following something else. If that is the case, it will not work. You should have the determination to start your trading even with a very small capital. As I keep saying, if one cannot earn money through a small capital, then you cannot earn money even with a bigger capital. And the other important thing here is you should have the determination to allow your method to work. You should have the determination not to take any hasty decisions. Wait to see profits. Don't be in a hurry every time. And especially when the price moves against you, do not panic. The most important thing here is don't panic. Well, it is so very easy to say, but then most people, when you're trading, people panic. But then when you're panicking, maybe many of you have not realized. You're not panicking because the price is moving against you. Maybe you're panicking because of something else. When you look deeper, you will realize you're panicking because you don't know what is the right investment. Many people who come to stock market, who come, they come asking me saying that, what should I invest? What is the amount that I should invest? What is the right investment here? Well, that is a very wrong question to ask anyone for that matter. All right? You should know what is the right investment. For example, I hope all of you have a smartphone with you, is it not? I'm sure you must have spent some 15,000-20,000 to get this smartphone, isn't it? Let's keep 20,000 for your smartphone. Let us assume that one fine day you lost your smartphone. Somewhere you kept it, you forgot, you misplaced it, and then later when you tried searching it, you didn't find it at all. But then the moment you lost your smartphone, are you going to sit there and keep crying? What are you going to do? Well, you'll not be bothered much. The only thing that you're going to do is the very next day you will go buy a new smartphone. Is it not? But then the second time when you're buying a new smartphone, now are you going to buy a smartphone worth some 500,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees? Are you going to do that? Definitely not, isn't it? You will buy the same smartphone. If possible, you will put in some more money to buy a better configuration, isn't it? So what is happening here is that 20,000 money that you are investing, that is not hurting you. That is not hurting you. It means that 20,000 is that money. It is that right investment that you should make. The money that is not hurting you, that is not going to disturb your day-to-day living. All right, that is the right investment to be made in stock markets. Clear, all of you? All right. So with the right investment, when you also understand how to optimally utilize your funds, then you will never panic. And of course, the right way to trade is very important. When you know this, you will never panic. Without panicking, when you go about trading, then obviously you are bound to get the kind of results that we saw some time back. And along with this, you should also have the determination not to get carried away. Don't keep watching the trading terminal price movement constantly throughout the day. It will drive you mad. It will drive you to do all possible mistakes. Do not discuss about your trading with anyone else. These are all some of the most important things, very, very important disciplines that one must follow in order to succeed in this business. Without this, it is simply impossible to regain your lost money in stock market. Along with this, you should also adopt some of these things if you want to continue in this stock market trading business for a long run. Some of them are, you should know how to manage your money. We call it the money management. There should be a plan. There is a procedure for that. Mind management, how to keep yourself very focused, calm, relaxed, confident. Method management, following one single method continuously throughout a period of time is not that easy as we are talking. But then how to do it? Next, trading action plan. Prepare. Today's preparation is a relaxed tomorrow. Is it not? Without preparation, if you go sit there in front of trading terminal to trade, it means you are going to panic, you will have fear, you will have everything because you don't know what to do. You are about to decide whether to buy or sell looking at the price movement. After the price movement, you are planning to decide, which is one common thing which majority people in stock market do, and that is the reason they fail. When to increase your quantity, when to reduce your quantity, you should know. So these are all some of the most important things. And finally, the payout. When to take payout, how much payout to take, profit payouts. All right, how to take. So when you inculcate all these things in your trading, then you are bound to earn money. Regaining your lost money in stock market is going to happen automatically. And above all these things, the foremost important discipline that everyone must develop is you should learn how to attract money. Well, I hope all of you will agree with me when I say we are all working day in and day out in order to earn money, is it not? Right? But then you also know that very few people succeed in their life. Everybody cannot earn the money that they are looking for. Everybody cannot succeed the way they want. Why is that? People are running behind money day in and day out, but still they are not able to succeed. Why is that? Well, it is because they don't respect money. The day you start respecting money, you don't have to run behind money. Money will come searching you. So today, my friends, all of you have taken your precious time to come sit in this session, attend this training, and gain a lot of clarity on how to go about regaining your lost money. Since you have put in the first effort, then I here want to share the secret as a gift with all of you. And the secret is how to attract money in your life. The secret is very simple. See, whenever it comes to money, now obviously we all deal with money day in and day out. We buy something, sell something, we are exchanging money, either the physical money or through online transfer. But then when we are giving money, especially the physical currency, when you're giving it to someone, you must be seeing that many people fold that currency note and then give it. Some people just throw it on the table. What is this? If any one of you has this habit of doing this, then it means you don't respect money. So when you don't respect money, money will never respect you back. So how to respect money? All that you have to do is, before you give that money, open that currency note completely, properly, as you see in the screen. Hold it with all your 5 fingers as it is shown. And before you give it to the other person, give it a tap behind and say, hi, I love you. Come back to me in multi-folds. All right? You're going as 2,000, you come back to me as 2 lakhs. Say this and then give this. And keep doing this over a period of time. You'll realize that saying this when giving money, this has become a habit. The day it becomes a habit, you will see money will start flowing in your life automatically. All right. Not only when you're giving a currency, even when you're swiping your cards, even when you're doing an online transfer, not just that, even when you're placing an order in your trading. Say this and then place order. Over a period, you will see that there is a big change that you are experiencing in your life. All right. So these are all some of the discipline. If you can follow, then definitely it is possible. All right. Now tell me, with all those things that we have discussed, what do you say? Is it really possible to regain your lost money in stock market now? Yes or no? Please tell me. Well, if you ask me, let me tell you the truth. The truth here is, it is actually impossible to regain your lost money in stock market. This is the truth. Nobody can regain their lost money in stock market. There is nothing called as regain. It is because if you come second time with a fresh capital saying that I want to regain my lost money, it means you are very much conscious saying that I have lost money. So that is a negative experience, bad experience. And that is still there in your mind. And when you go about trading from here, it will keep haunting you. It will induce that fear, stress, panic in you to that extent that you will not be able to do a single transaction properly. All right. So at this point, you have to realize there is actually nothing called as regaining. That is a false statement in the first place. The right thing here is gain. The only thing that you can do here is gain money. When you start gaining money, then automatically everything will be taken care of. So the only thing that you have to do here is forget what has happened in the past. Treat your capital as a fresh capital. You are new, you are newborn, your capital is new. All right. Come with a new thought process, come with a new confidence, and then go do the right things with the right discipline. It is definitely possible. Automatically, you will start gaining money. And when that is done, then rest all is taken care. Clear, all of you? So, dear friends, this is the solution. This is the right solution when it comes to gaining money in stock market. How to gain money in stock market. These are all the real practical ways that you can approach. But as I told you, if you have a solution to this, all right, when to buy, when to sell, the right way to trade in any different market condition to make this happen, then you can please go ahead and do it. But then if you say that I don't have a solution to this, I am still in search of the right way to trade in any different market condition, then you don't have to worry, because we have a solution, because this is what we do. We train people on how to make only profits in stock market. All right. No matter which category you belong, all the 4 or 5 categories that we discussed, no matter which category you belong, we train people on each of these solutions. All that one has to do here is whatever you have understood in the training, as per the training, just blindly follow it. That is more than enough. Rest, everything will fall in place and you will start gaining money. All right. So to join our training, there are two different packages. Like we have something called as dynamic system. We saw it earlier, where we just have to spare very little time every day. The system tells us automatically when to buy and when to sell. All right. In the training, you will learn in detail how to effectively use it, how to effectively make profits in any different market condition. All right. And as I told you, using that dynamic system, you will be able to trade without watching the markets. So in order to subscribe this dynamic system package, there are different dynamic system packages. I'll show you one by one. But understand, it is an end of the day tool, where in order to trade tomorrow, we just have to spare 10-15 minutes of your leisure time today. And by doing that, we say that you will be able to earn around 500% returns year on year on your capital. Whether you're trading in futures or whether you're trading in options, this much can be definitely earned. Obviously, if you're trading in the equity cash segment, the returns will be a bit lesser than this, but still amazing profits can be earned even in the equity segment. This is best suited for those people who are working professionals, people who cannot watch the market movement throughout the day. And in order to get trained, you just have to go through 2 days of workshop. Currently, we are doing them online. And the price of these packages are starting from 59,000 to 1,12,100. Different packages are there, but whichever package you choose, you get this for lifetime. So let us see them one by one. Starting with the basic one, the first one is called as the dynamic system index package, where you get to trade index like Nifty, Bank Nifty, and so on. Index futures and options can be traded using that. You don't get stocks in it. All right. So its price is worth 59,000 rupees. And you get it for lifetime. And remember, all these prices are including GST. Same way, there is a derivative package where you can trade in index, future and options, and also stock futures and options. Those stocks which are available in the F&O segment are available in this dynamic system. You can follow them and trade in futures and options, and it is worth 94,400. And for NSE, at last, there is one package called as a cash package, where you get index plus all the stocks traded under NSE. Here, you can trade in futures, you can trade in options, you can also trade in the equity segment for long-term, short-term investment and so on. Now, this is worth 1,12,100. This is also for lifetime. And the remaining packages are for commodities trading. Those of you who want to trade in gold and silver, futures and options, it is worth 59,000. Those of you who want to trade in crude oil, natural gas, futures and options, it is worth 59,000. For base metals trading like copper, aluminium, zinc, lead and nickel, it is 94,400. And there is a combo package where you get gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas at 1,12,100. You can choose any one package, you get it for lifetime. And by choosing any one package, you can go through our training in detail. And those of you who want to get into full-time trading, that is by watching the market, the real-time traders. For you, there is this package called Dynamic Live. We saw that 1K, 10K technique. It is done based on this Dynamic Live. All right. But then this Dynamic Live is a 1-year subscription. The price here is 1,45,977. But the big bonus here is, along with Dynamic Live, which you get it for 1 year, of course, but along with Dynamic Live, you also get a dynamic system free for lifetime. That is the 1,12,000 package of NSE dynamic system. You get it free for lifetime. So in actual, you are getting two softwares. So after 1 year, you will have dynamic system at least, which you can use it for lifetime. But if you want to renew this Dynamic Live, you just have to pay the same price again for the next 1 year. So these are all the different training packages. You can choose any one training package to get into this workshop organized on 25th and 26th, Saturday and Sunday, the coming Saturday and Sunday. It is an online workshop, starts at 10:30 in the morning. All right. Now, as I told you, to join this workshop, you can subscribe any one package. For example, let's say you took this basic package first. Some people also ask us, can I get a trial of this Dynamic Live? All right. For that, you can subscribe the basic package first, 59,000. By doing that, what will happen is, immediately, let's say today you subscribe, immediately today itself, our technical team, they will install both the Dynamic Live as well as Dynamic System, both these tools into your computer. All right. And it will be free for 1 week until 26th February, so that you can see how it works in the live market. You can understand, you will develop a lot of doubts, questions. You can see how it works on your favorite stocks and everything. All right. And after 26th, by 25th, 26th, you would have gotten to this detailed training. You would have understood. And after 26th, you will be in a position to understand which package suits your requirement. On 27th, if you feel that, you need Dynamic Live, then you have already paid 59,000. Now you can pay the difference amount to upgrade. All right. That can also be done. But then to join this workshop, you have to subscribe any one of this package. And through this, you are also able to get this Dynamic Live free for 1 week, which you can use it as a trial to understand better before you decide. All right. If you say that after the workshop, well, I would like to stick with 59,000, at least you have the dynamic system index package, which is for lifetime, where you can start trading whenever you're ready. And even with a very small capital, you can start trading there also. All right. So this is all about today's training, my friends. Those of you who are interested, those of you who are looking for a very serious solution, you can always come back to us. Those of you who are interested to subscribe to any one of our training packages, here is the link that I have posted on the chat. You just have to copy it right now, click on it. You will find all the packages. You can select any one package to subscribe. All right. And before you subscribe, if you have any doubts that you want to get clarified, you can always contact us at these numbers, or these are contact details. You can always get back to us. All right. Get your doubts clarified and then decide. There are some of you who say that I want to see how it works in the live market. I mean, people asking for a live market demo. We can provide that also. Only thing is that you have to tell us right now, or else contact us at this number through WhatsApp or through phone call. Tell us that you need a live demo. We can fix up a time, all right, for tomorrow. In the live market, you can see how it works on your favorite stock and then decide. All right. So this is all about today's training. So friends, thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading. I hope all of you have gained a lot of awareness, and I hope all of you have got the right solution, the perfect solution, the right way to go ahead in order to gain money in stock market. All right. Thank you all of you. Now, if anyone has any doubts, any questions about today's session, you can ask me right now. We have 5 more minutes left in the session where we can discuss about your doubts. If there are no doubts, you can also tell me that there are no doubts. All right, it seems that there are no doubts. So friends, thank you all for joining today's session. Those of you who have subscribed, see you again on the other side in the workshop. Till then, good evening to all of you. Thank you.